What's up, guys? It's me, Hunter Gunslinger, here back with a brand new video. Today we're going to be discussing some more new details and information right now coming out of Destiny 2. I will leave the source in the description down below so you guys can check out those links. Now, you guys know that, we playing Destiny for the past 3 or 6 years now, if you want to put it in that sense. The loot system is always the biggest problem for Destiny players because you grind so much, you play so much, you play hours of Destiny 2 or Destiny 1, they're just playing that says it's not Destiny 2 yet, but you play so much hours of Destiny 1 and the loot that you get, especially the loot in the Crucible matches, the loot's everywhere, and you'd be so highly upset of those loots that you get. You grind so much, you put so much effort into this game, and the loot system for you is never on your side. So that's what Bungie is trying to do. According to the article, it says Destiny 2 have more content, treasure hunts, and features to compare to the other Bungie games, meaning other Bungie games that Bungie themselves put out over the past years. It says Destiny 2's latest news revealed that it will be bigger content-wise compared to the other video games developed by Bungie. This was confirmed by the game developers, saying that it will be far bigger in scale than any other game that we have created. In other words, fans of the game expect that this incoming game will offer more enhanced gameplay experience. And for us who spend so much money on the game itself, there's people who bought the collector's edition and the limited edition of the game. Some of them like to do unboxing videos, of course me. But I didn't spend that much money on the collector's edition because to me I thought it wasn't really worth it because GameStop had a limited edition with the sort of same stuff without the backpack itself. So, of course, they gotta have a lot more content, a lot more experience than we had in Destiny 1. Destiny 1 was like a test run, like I tell most people, because Bungie just put out this game. They don't have Halo anymore, so they just put out this game and feel how people will feel. Like, how would the people react to this game? For me, I got into the game a little bit after the whole release. I got into it around like November and December. And then when the whole expansion pack was coming out, with course with the House of Wolves and all that stuff, I thought I would put more details in it. I think when House of Wolves expansion got out for me, that's when I really got into Destiny. I mean, really got into Destiny. I remember I first got my first exotic weapon in the Crucible matches. I played hours and hours non-stop before I went to work. I had to get to work at 4 o'clock, and as I hit that 3:30 mark, and I was about to close down to my PS4, I got an exotic weapon. And I was thrilled and happy, and from here on out, I can tell you right now, I play more Crucible than I did ever because I thought I might get another exotic weapon. And over the past course of, years, it ain't game luck for me, but I got some legendary weapons. So, you want those experiences again with Destiny 2. Now, the report also indicates that Destiny 2 will also have new weapons and supers. Of course, everybody knows that we're going to have new weapons and supers. But in this article, it says Guardians will be rewarded with loot. Yes, the loot. Everybody knows that the loot is our #1 concern for Destiny 2. Because everybody is like, we play so much hours of Destiny 2, and the loot that we get at the end of the game is not what it's supposed to be. And it is true. The loot in the game can be pain in the ass. I mean, look, there's been times that I play the Crucible, the Strike missions, sometimes Nightfall Strikes, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna get this nice loot, it's the reset date and everything, so everything's refreshed. You go and get at the end and it's not what it seems. Among the new features that will make Destiny 2 bigger than all Bungie previous games are the treasure hunts. Report says that in some hunts that the Guardians will be rewarded with loot. It appears that those quests will be undertaken by Guardians on special maps of the game. However, not much details was shared by Bungie in this regarding. Apart from those treasure hunts, Destiny 2 will introduce a number of new planets. That means characters in the game will have plenty of new environments to explore. But that's not all. Also, it be suggested that the game will introduce weekly activities called flashpoints, and the gameplay will be more focused on the story. If all the contents are parts of the upcoming video game, no wonder Bungie is calling this the biggest game they ever did so far. Which is really technically really true. I mean, Bungie put a lot of effort in this game. They learned from their past mistakes in Destiny 1. They listened to their communities, and I think most game developers should listen to their communities. Call of Duty should always listen to their community, because the community is the one that spends the most money on these games. I mean, come on now. We, the gamers, We spend a lot of money in games, especially if the game is one of our favorites. There's people who spend money on Halo. There's a lot of people out there who spend money on Call of Duty. There's always those one people. Look, everybody's saying like I'm not one of those persons. You might not be one of those people that spend like video games, electronics, or all those stuff, but you spend money on something that you truly love. Some people like to spend their money on Pokemon cards. Some people like to spend their money on food. I mean, that's true. There's people that like to spend money on clothes, anything, you name it. People like to spend money on a specific thing. That's just how life is. And then there's people who, don't like to spend. Me. I mean, I like to spend, but not that much. And you put so much effort. You're giving these people, whoever it is, if it's Apple, Sony, Samsung, Microsoft, whoever it is, you spend all this money buying their products. And 99% of the time, always, it doesn't matter what company it is, they're always coming up and failures for you. Look at Samsung, the Note 7. People spend money on those phones. Got, the screen protector, got headphones, got this, got that to protect their phone. And the phone was not even protected for them. So, you spend all this money for these people and they never satisfy you in return. So Bungie took a lot of years listening to their communities, like this is what it needs to be in Destiny 2, this is what we needs to be in Destiny 2, this need that. They might not put everything into the game, but at least they listen to the community. And that's what Luke Smith said in most of his interviews. They listen to the community, they listen to what the community wants, and they're going to give what the community wants. I mean, it's not everything. I mean in the community, everybody wants this, everybody wants that, but they can put much as what they want into the game. That's all that really matters. So long that the game is getting some, how I say it, some of the things that the community asks for, that's all that really matters. I mean, the clan system, how that's going to work seems pretty fair. I mean, that looks like a really good system to put in Destiny 2. The next thing is how I have to say the directors. Yeah, the whole menu thing, going back to the, thank you. I every video, and when I hear that, or if I discuss that in any video, I thank Bungie for that. Thank you so much. Finally, we got something that we truly love. We got something that's really much appreciated. Instead of going back to this and picking this, you open up the directors, you pick where you want to go, and go from there. Thank you, Bungie. It's much simpler. Now, there's a lot of things that a lot of people say in the community that Bungie needs to fix. And I think the main concern, I think everybody, even people that's watching this video, the main concern for Destiny 2 and Bungie itself is the story. I mean, you can say everything else need to be fixed, but at this point in time, the story needs to be on point. It really needs to be on point. I need a lot of missions. I don't want 5 missions that I got from the Rise of Iron. I want a lot of stuff in Destiny 2. I mean, a story. I want a story. Now, the Exo Stranger, she's not coming back. The Darkness, that was like some made up thing that they made up. So, we're not going to know anything about the Stranger, but we want a story. That's all that really matters. If you have to take some few things out of it, that's fine. But so long we get a story. The story is always key. We got a story about the Darkness in that respect. They didn't say it's Darkness, but it's a little bit complicated. I will leave the, the arrow code down below. You guys can read it. But in this story, it's more about the lights, more about the traveler, the speaker, if he's ever existing. But that's all that really matters. We want to know how we got the light. What's so important about this light? What's so important about the traveler? So that's all that really matters in Destiny 2, that the story is on point. The story is not on point, we're gonna have a problem, because I spent good money on this game. So, I want a good story in Destiny 2, and I want something good come out of it. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys are looking for in Destiny 2. It could be about the story, it could be about the loot system, it could be about anything. Just let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you hit subscribe and comment on any video that I posted for enter your chance to get Destiny 2 in your hands on September 8th. My name is Hunter Gunslinger, and I will see you guys in my next post.